This is the meditation for contents of consciousness. The following meditation is designed to go with the Yoga Sutras of Pantanjali series, Book 1, Sutra 2, but it can be used at any time with any of the courses in the Peaceful Self-Process series. So before you begin the meditation, do make sure you're in a quiet place where you will not be interrupted and have something ready to write with during and after if you need to make notes. Every moment of every day, you are both sending and receiving a certain level of consciousness. That level of consciousness is based upon who you think you are. And it radiates out certain thoughts, certain feelings, and participates in certain actions, all based upon your level of conscious being. Now that you're better aware of yourself as a sender and receiver in the way of your consciousness and your thoughts, feelings, and actions, let's take a moment to consciously reflect and discover where the majority of your life focus and your days are spent consciously on. For example, how much of your time, thought, and conscious attention is spent on trying to sort out financial stressors or meet your needs in a financial way? How much time do you spend during the day simply trying to handle emotional tensions and turmoil that is activated within yourself due to past circumstances, previous circumstances, or things that you anticipate might happen in the future? Be honest with yourself. This is about self-discovery. Maybe the majority of your day and time is focused on relationship issues and problems, trying to sort out how to get along with other people, trying to deal with conflicts that you're absorbed in, trying to find a partner, trying to work things out with family members or co-workers, not knowing how to effectively deal with the relationships you bring into your life. Or it could be that the majority of your day is spent on work and accomplishment concerns, including trying to figure out what it is you really want to do in the way of work, if you're accomplishing what you hope you want to accomplish, or just simply the focus on everyday work. Take some time and consider how much of your day, how much of your life is your conscious thought, feelings, and actions oriented towards any of these so far. It could also be that your focus is primarily on personal fulfillment, the things that make you personally, individually happy, things you like to do for yourself in the way of self-care, or just being creative, or just having fun. Again, no judging, just observing what's really going on in your contents of consciousness. You might also want to see how much time are you spending on betterment of self. And by self, I mean your true self, the peaceful self, your spiritual self, your true essential nature. How much time and attention is spent realizing who you really are as the peaceful self? And finally, consider how much of your conscious thought, feelings, actions, attention is focused on spiritual service in the world. Again, no judgment, just get a sense. How much time are you spending on these different things? It's a combination, likely, of a variety of these topics. But which one, two, or three are you spending the majority of your day upon? Just be honest and observe. Now let's change the focus. And let's consider what would happen to the contents of your consciousness if first and foremost you finally handled your financial stressors and you were finally able to minimize your financial needs. How would that free you up? What if your emotional tensions and turmoil were dissipated and you no longer spent time in fear or worry or anger or past hurts or any other emotional turmoil that you've been absorbed with? What would your life be like if your contents of consciousness were no longer placed there throughout the day? What if you could get your relationship issues and problems resolved? What if you could be around people who were really loving and supportive of you, who helped you to achieve a higher level of consciousness by stabilizing your contents of consciousness along happier and more fulfilling lines? What if you attracted those key people to you in your life? What would they be like? Who would they be? How would your life be different if you were free from relationship issues and problems? And what if your work was simply something you just did automatically, you did a good job at, and you felt that you had accomplished pretty much what you needed to? You were no longer concerned with finding a job, keeping a job, or you were able to be content in whatever job or work that you had to do in order to be in the world. What would your life be like if you were free of those concerns and the contents of your consciousness were liberated primarily towards personal fulfillment, so that no matter what you were doing, you felt happy, you felt content? But even beyond your individual needs, your individual fulfillment, what would your life be like if each and every day it was primarily about the betterment and realization of your true self, coming into a deeper and deeper understanding of your peaceful self, your true nature? What would your life be like if the contents of your consciousness were absorbed in that each and every day? And finally, how could you be of more spiritual service in the world if this is what your contents of consciousness were primarily focused on? What would you be like if your every day of every life was spent primarily absorbed in this? What kind of life would you have? What kinds of thoughts and feelings and actions would your consciousness be absorbed in? This is what brings you home. This is what brings you peace. This is the true practice of yoga or any spiritual discipline, to anchor your consciousness in the center. That center which is both everywhere and nowhere, which is the vastness of what is. The Om.